It's so dark. That's better. In fact, you know what? I will flip it around here. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach here, and it is a little after 10 o'clock. I just got off the lake, and believe it or not, I just got on the lake, but we'll get to that. So this lake here, I believe it's called like Limestone Lake. Probably mispronouncing that, but I just got off. The kayak's in the back. You guys probably, there it is. So if I turn this off, you can see I got the bed lights on. So let me turn that off and flip you guys around. Now I would show you guys that, but no way in heck am I going out there. There is probably one of the highest populations of mosquitoes that I've ever seen that just decided to come out and play as the sun was going down. It's kind of fuzzy there. Let's see here. Clean you off. Anyways, so that's actually kind of what drove me off this lake, along with the fact that I have a kayak. And I really should have taken the canoe, to be honest here. But yeah, this lake is like I believe it's called Limestone Lake, or to be honest, I'd have to look it up here. I was actually going for an Eagle Lake, but Eagle Lake is like way down the 94 road here. So this lake, though, I did get quite a few bites. I got one northern in the boat, and I wasn't out there very long. So coming back, just with maybe my Thermacell and some bug spray and the canoe. So that brings me to the debate here. It's a little after 10 o'clock. If you guys can believe that, that's the sunset right now. 10:13. I love it. I love summertime. But anyways, so here's my debate, okay? If you guys have been watching for a long time, you'll know that I have a Coleman 10-foot kayak. It's a sit-in kayak. There's quite a few different types of kayaks, but I think the main ones are sit on top, sit in, and I believe sea kayaks are very tight and kind of made, I believe, to, you know, I'm not sure, but they all are shaped kind of differently. And last year I did my kayak fishing. I thought it was okay. This year I just went out for the first time in the kayak, and I'm not too impressed. After going out in the canoe, I'm really not impressed. Reason being is the kayak just, I don't know. The kayak goes faster, it reacts better in the wind, it's agile, but when you're fishing from it, it's tippy, and it's, I don't know, I'm thinking it's the particular kayak that I have, but so I believe when I come back, you know, I believe I'm going to work on maybe selling the kayak and getting back into my canoe. Now the canoe also has its give and takes, right? But the canoe, although you have to trailer it in, it's heavy, and I have a two-person canoe, but that's the way I roll, right? That's what I have. But it's very heavy, and it requires me to trailer it, stuff like that. It's not as agile in the water. It takes longer to get around. In all honesty, I think the canoe is really the better way to go when it comes to fishing, because you can bring whatever you want. You know, you don't have to be lightweight about it. You can bring your whole tackle box and stuff like that. Wow, this person's turning in. They have a boat. Oh man. Don't go fishing, you'll get eaten alive. I was gonna go back out, but I don't have any of my bug spray in the truck. Or if I do, I wasn't able to find it. Oh man, we're gonna get hit here. Sorry there, person. wow, there's nobody on this road when I first came here, and now all of a sudden everybody and their best friend's on here. Oh, listen to that motor purr. So, what do you guys think? I mean, I've watched kayaks, I've watched canoes. I mean, everybody has their fishing preference, right? But I'll be honest, today, like last year when I went out, I didn't have the canoe registered or anything yet. Then I went through the process of registering it, so I was kind of used to using the kayak. But today when I went out there, I'm more used to the canoe now, and I was not pleased with it. You know, I got that Northern, which was, it was a good eater, I guess you would say. You know, nothing huge, but nothing small. And it had a good fight on it, but I darn near rolled my kayak over. It was unbelievable. So I'm thinking that it's going to be a canoe-only kind of fishing endeavor, and eventually I guess it would be good to get either a really small boat. Well, you know, honestly, a really small boat would be great, but I love to canoe. Peaceful for me, and stuff like that. So without being biased in any sort of way, the pros of a kayak is it's faster on the water when it's just one person. It is pretty agile in you know, getting in and out of areas. It sits lower, so if you're in wind or perhaps in a fishing situation, it would benefit because you're closer to what you're to the water, right? So you should technically be less top heavy as far as like rolling over. But and like I said, that's the canoe on the back here is probably one of Coleman's ridiculous time kayaks, you know, like you can get in a Walmart right now or whatever, but it just doesn't work for fishing. So the canoe's cons are, at least in my scenario, if you had a one-person canoe, I guess you could probably have a similar setup, but the canoe's cons are it's heavy, it takes a lot longer to get it all outfitted to go fishing, and I personally do have to trailer mine around because at 17.5 feet, I don't have a rack for the truck. I'm not gonna slide it in the bed and just hope that the 10-11 feet poking out won't get hit by something or swing out and hit something. So I have to trailer it, which isn't bad because I guess I have fitted that trailer. Oh yeah, this is a low spot in the road, and a lot of times there's water here. Hopefully not right now. The beavers must have a dam built that really made this swampy area really mucky. But yeah, I was hoping to go fishing for a lot longer, but once I got out there in the kayak, I realized that a few things. One, it's the first time I've ever been on this lake, and if I roll over, I was being safe. I had my whistle on, I had my life jacket on, I had my headlamp on, I have a waterproof flashlight in my pocket, plus I had all of my importance, right? My phone, wallet, keys, they're all in a waterproof container, and everything was tied to the kayak, so it wasn't like it was gonna float away in the darkness. But regardless, I kind of got that sense of like, I don't feel comfortable, and the last thing I want to do is roll over a kayak in the middle of wherever. So that's honestly, I would put that on the kayak because it is tippy. If I was in a canoe, I probably wouldn't feel that way. I'd probably feel fine because the canoe is way less tippy and stuff like that. So the second thing though was the bugs. Not the bugs, but the mosquitoes. If I paddled somewhere and then, you know, slowed down and casted, I was fine. I stopped for any amount of time Mosquitoes are right on me. They're all over my legs. I clicked on my headlamp, which I was trying to keep off because, you know, mosquitoes and light. But I clicked on my headlamp, and it was like Mosquito City. In fact, there's probably about 50 to 100 of them in the truck right now. I see a big one floating around, one of the female mosquitoes, floating around my windshield. Maybe you guys can see it. Keeps hanging out right there. It is. You guys can totally see that dang thing. So the female mosquitoes you actually don't have to worry about. Growing up where we did, you know, I'm very used to mosquitoes. They don't bother me like the average person. I guess because I'm kind of used to it, I can deal with it. But when I can't move around, it really does bother me, because you go to swat one and the whole kayak does one of these rolls, and it's like, maybe it's not a good idea. So that's my whole quick debate, I guess, in person. I'll probably make like a more official video on it in the near future. But yeah, so that there was like lime scale or something lake, and yeah, I like that lake. I like the structure of it. I've been having a really hard time around this whole central Minnesota area finding lakes that don't have house after house after house, and that lake there was very good. It had houses, but it had a lot of weeds and a lot of like you know, brush and stuff for cover that the fish would like. And like I said, I did get a northern out of there, and if it's the lake I'm thinking, a guy from work said that the panfish were phenomenal. I did not try that. I didn't have worms, nor did I really have time to dabble into that. So I'll probably bring Sam there a little bit later this week, because she said she wouldn't mind going fishing, so I'll bring her there a little later on this week and we'll do that. But yeah, that's my whole debate here, guys. So thanks for tuning in for this short little live stream. But yeah, kayak or canoe, leave a comment down below and tell me what you prefer. Cheers.